So we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag, United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Holly and Holly, join us then.
Okay. And we are live on TV.
Thank you, Mark.
So approval of the minutes, there's a couple things that need to be adjusted. First of all, I was present. For some reason, my name is not on the list of being there. So Marion, if you could add Polly Rice to that, please.
Okay.
And then on this number 7, about raised garden beds, it says Ms. Kareem Sok about the proposal. That should be spoke. And then under strategic plan, Ms. Getz gave the update, and then there's no delineation between that paragraph and the 3 topics that were kind of random topics that we spoke about at the end. If there can be some kind of delineation between those topics, please. And then the one that starts with Ms. Gravel answered a question form, Ms. McGrath, that should say from. And then did anybody have anything else? Okay, so I think if that's no. So if someone make a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so at this point, Mary Richardson was gonna tell us a little bit about her position, or what are we doing here, Lisa?
I think it would be nice for Mary's sake if all the board would go around and introduce themselves, and then I think Mary would like to introduce herself to all of you.
Okay, I'll start. I'm Polly Rice. I am the co-chair. I've been on the board for altogether about 7 years. So I've been in town for, I don't know, almost 30 years. Plus I grew up here, so there you go.
Hi, my name is Mark Orenstein. I've been on the board, I guess this is my 6th year. So again, I'm at the end of my term. And I've lived in town in the same house since 1972. Long time.
Hi, Linda Johnson. I filled an unexpired term and I ran last time. And I think I've been on for 5 years, 4 years. I really can't remember. All good.
Hi, my name is Heather. This is my 2nd year on the board, and I've lived in Simsbury for 15 years. It's nice to meet you. Thanks for being here today.
Hi, I'm Amber Abiel. I've also been on the board for, I guess this is my 2nd year, and my family and I moved here about 7 years ago. And the library was one of the very first places we went when we visited town. So it has always had a special place in my heart since I moved here. So we're really happy to have you.
Mary, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself? We're very excited that you're here.
Sure thing. First off, thank you for inviting me tonight. It's great to be here. I am also really excited to be the new teen librarian for your town. I am super hype. So prior to coming to Simsbury, I was the adult services librarian at the Craig Memorial Library in Colchester. There, I know it sounds like I didn't do teen job stuff, but I did 50% adult programming and 50% teen programming. So I have a pretty good background in all of that. So I'm pretty excited to hit the ground running. I've already got some things planned for summer reading. I'm kind of going to ease slowly into stuff, but we're definitely going to be doing a lot more game type programs and all kinds of other stuff. I'm a huge pop culture nerd, so I'm really excited to bring a lot of that into our makerspace at Simsbury. So, yep, that's what I do.
Thank you for joining us, Mary. And you're welcome to stay for the rest of the meeting or whatever you choose.
Okay, thank you. I think I might pop off and go eat dinner. So,
Okay.
but thank you for having me, and I'm sure I will see y'all around the library.
Okay, look forward to meeting you in person.
Cool, awesome, thank you. Bye.
Hi, Mary.
Hi, Mary.
Hi, Holly, welcome.
Hello, sorry, just logging on.
Oh, that's okay. So next up is communications, and I have a couple of notes that Mary Ann sent me to share. They came out really small, so apologize for the squinting here. One was from Lindsay Neffinger, who, and Lisa, you might fill me in again on what she was given an award, the CLA award. And then she's thanking us for a plant that she was given in recognition of that award.
The library won the Connecticut Library Association Excellence in Public Library Service Award again this year. It was the third time in 4 years that we've taken that award. And the reason we won this year was for Lindsay's work with the Spirit Council.
Great, thank you. And then the second note here is the fact that we won the Connecticut Library Association's Excellence in Public Library Service Award regarding the work with the Spirit Council. So that one probably should have come first, but so all good news. And we thanked Lindsay for that, and she recognized our thanking her. So there you go. Okay. Okay, it looks like we don't have a representative from the Friends tonight. And Kathleen is our liaison to that. And she's not here either. I did attend the last meeting, and I don't remember anything of significance to share unless, Lisa, you have something that might be pertinent to share with the group from that, if you remember.
I was on vacation for the last Friends meeting, but I can tell you that during the referendum, they did have the library tent out during the course of the day. Yes, they gave out membership information, and were also very instrumental in getting the strategic plan survey out that day. So we thank them for that.
Great. Yeah, I worked the referendum. It was quite a display of team community pride that day. We had expected about 1,000 people to come vote, and we ended up with over 3,500 people. So there was a lot going on. Okay, so next is the chair's report. And I don't have anything else from Mary Ann to share. So, Lisa, you're up next with the director's report, please.
Sure, I'm just going to pinpoint some highlights from my own report, and then I have other things to add that have happened since I sent this out. I just wanted to make you aware that Library Administrative Secretary Sue Mazursky will be retiring her position probably at the end of June. Applications closed. They close next Monday. So, so far, I think we have 22 applicants, which is pretty good. So we're hoping that will be a successful recruitment. We have stopped quarantining materials due to CDC guidelines and surface transmission of the virus. We had Sienna Willis, who's joined part of the library staff as the library services assistant in the circulation department. She's also enrolled in library school, so that's a great thing for the libraries to have and for her to get some practical experience. The library, thanks to SHRM, will soon be offering an online business plan builder program that will have remote access. And that replaces a business plan program that we had that was only in library use. So that's a great thing too. I think I reported last month that we had some volunteers that have started to come back into the library. It's been a win-win for all of us. They're thrilled to be back. We're thrilled to have them. And of course, the support that they give the staff through all the work they do is really valuable to us. And then the Spirit Council coordinated with the library on the Simsbury Let's Talk program, as they do every month. And they did Arab American Voices last month, and 29 people attended. The library is eligible for about $19,000 in grant funding through the Connecticut State Library from the American Recovery Plan Act. So it is something that we have to come up with a project for and apply for. One of the things that I started working on, I think, was back in 2014, and then Stephanie picked up, I think, in 2018, was to get a book bike. So it's a bike that actually has storage for part of the collection. It will be a Wi-Fi hotspot. People can pick up holds from it, and it will visit different parts of the trail and go off to Terrafil. So that's what we're planning to apply for at this juncture. The state library thinks it's a wonderful idea because obviously it's community outreach. And we're thrilled that something that we have, ideated many years ago might actually come into play. Should that not work out, although I don't anticipate that will be a problem, one of the other things that we're looking at to continue curbside service that would be 24/7 would be book lockers that could be located outside the library building so people could pick up their holds 24/7. So that's another project that we're working on. Let's see. Just as a heads up, so you understand, obviously the governor is easing restrictions this week. But as far as in-person meetings go, it's the recommendation of the town manager at this point that we keep virtual meetings until at least June 28th. So that's where we are right now. The town department has to have a meeting tomorrow, so we'll be discussing that in more detail. And of course, I'll share information with you as I have it. But right now we're planning virtual meetings through at least June 28th. And I'm happy to take questions.
Lisa, I have a question about the meetings. When you are talking about the meetings, does that mean all club, like any club meetings, or are you talking about just town specific meetings through June 28th?
Town boards, commissions, committees, task forces.
Okay, but I mean things like any private, because there were a lot of clubs and groups in town that would use the meeting rooms at the library. Are those still going to be off limits through that time also?
The meeting rooms at the library will be open for town boards and commissions and task forces and committees first, probably starting early July, and then we'll be phasing in the outside groups. They probably won't be available to the outside groups till the end of August.
Okay, thank you.
But those meetings can start to be scheduled probably in early July.
Okay.
And scheduling for those is still through Susan Ray.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
And Lisa, there's no budget discussion tonight, right? Because the
there is no
weren't
budget
available.
Discussion or finance report because, as I mentioned last month, the finance software through the town is being changed over at the moment, and all of the data from the past program has not integrated into the new program yet. As of the end of last week, half of it was there, but the payroll information was not there, so we don't have a complete finance report. But I can let you know we have about $90,000 in year-end savings. And part of that is because we did not have a teen services librarian for a good chunk of the year, and of course the pandemic as well. So we are working on projects to help spend down that fund balance. We are replacing all of the digital bulletin boards throughout the library and all of the televisions that are throughout the library. So there's one in the Discovery Center, there's one in the teen space, and then we had those digital bulletin boards in circulation and also downstairs. So they're being replaced for about $5,000. We need to replace one of the tablets that we use as a public library catalog because it broke. We're also adding one to the children's department because it never had one. So we're taking that opportunity now. That's about $2,000. The children's department is ordering a display piece of furniture that is identical to the one that's across from the circulation desk upstairs. So that's about $5,000. We've purchased new book carts, which you wouldn't think would be very exciting, but the staff is thrilled because they're the quiet book carts and they really are much quieter than what we had. So that was about $5,000. And we are looking to replace our water fountains with the fillable bottle stations and also the fountain piece, so it's both.
Great.
The teen librarian will be getting a desk in the teen area, so we'll be purchasing that as well. And then we will also put money into some digital content. So that's what we're working on right now.
So does that all add up to $90,000?
It does not. Not yet.
But it will.
That's great.
It
Well, yeah, good way to use that surplus. Excellent.
Yeah. Just out of curiosity, Lisa, the old TV's being pulled down or equipment like that, what happens to it if it's still usable?
Well, I can tell you 2 of them are not usable. We know that. That's why we embarked on this
Okay.
endeavor. The other ones, I have to deal with the finance department because I'm not sure what the deaccession process is.
I'm
So
just
I'll have to
thinking
get back to you on
Yeah.
that.
I'm just thinking there may be some nonprofits that would be interested in picking them up. So,
Most of the equipment that we ever deaccession is so old and out of date that no one would want it. So this is a new thing for us.
okay.
Any other questions for Lisa?
Are the garden beds happening this year, or is that a project for next year?
The garden beds are hopefully happening this year. I'm working with the town manager right now to decide if we'll be funding that with grant funds or if we'll be using some of our year-end savings for that. But as soon as I have an answer to that, we'll be moving forward.
Okay, anything
I
else for Lisa? Oh,
I just have one last
Go ahead,
question. How long do you think the vaccine clinic is going to continue to run? Do you have any idea?
We have learned that the vaccine clinic will cease at the library on June 9th. That will be their last day.
Oh, wow. So then will the library just resume normal business hours on that after that?
Yes, I would assume so.
Okay.
And I can
Do you have a
share
count
our
on how many-
reopening plan- Oh, I'm sorry, Polly, go ahead.
do you have an account on how many people were vaccinated at the library?
I don't have a total
Curious.
count, but they estimate about 300 people every time they were there. So they've been there since April.
Okay, that's a good chunk of people. That's great.
Yeah. And I can share our reopening plan with you. I know I shared it when we started to reopen last June, I guess, but it's now been updated with phase 6 through 8, which takes us through the end of August. And I can send that to you tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Any other questions for Lisa then? Heather or Amber, you want to share where we're at with the strategic plan, please?
Yes, so we are moving along nicely. Survey has been finalized and that has gone live. Committee members have begun sharing the survey out through, whatever mechanisms they have for outreach and organizations. It's also available on the library website, and we're working on advertising through social media and other networks. And we will also have a table at the Memorial Day celebration, which will be great. So we'll be there as well. And as Lisa said, the friends were able to get it out a bit at the referendum as well, which is great.
It also went out at the end of last week through the town's digital newsletter subscribers.
Okay, great. Does anyone have any questions?
How long is that survey available, or what's your cutoff date for, completing that?
I believe it will be through the end of the summer, if not into September. We'll be analyzing the data and everything probably come early fall.
Okay, great.
So make sure everyone gets on there, fills it out.
I did mine. Okay, that's all I have on the list. Is there any topics that anybody would like to talk about? Otherwise, we can adjourn.
Before we adjourn, Heather, I got a question. Where are you located? Because the cell phone, yeah, I assume you're using a cell phone for your interface, and it's really, really good. The coverage.
I am. So I'm in the back seat of my car in a parking lot in Glastonbury at a lacrosse game.
I was hoping it would be somewhere in Simsbury, but okay.
Oh, I know.
Yep.
All right. Well, good luck to your child, whichever one it is that's playing.
Thanks.
Okay, would someone like to make a motion to adjourn?
I move.
A second?
Second.
Thank you, Linda. All right, all in favor, yay?
Yay.